Hey guys, Amanda here from Salesman Travel, and I'm making this video today because honestly, I'm pretty frustrated, but I thought that maybe my frustration could help you guys out. So today, this video is all about filing a claim with the post office when you ship something with priority mail that has the insurance built into it, especially when you buy the label through eBay or Pirate Ship or any of the other platforms that offer priority mail shipping. So here's the story. I sold a Starbucks cup, this one actually. It's a 2019, I had to think about it for a second, 2019 Starbucks holiday cup, and it's one of the platinum studded cups. It's the last one I had. I had actually bought a few then with the purpose of reselling them, and honestly I just haven't been able to sell them, but recently they've kind of taken off. So this was the last one that I had. I only had a few. And I shipped it, I packed it all separately in this eBay box right here and shipped it off to the buyer. So it was sold on, I've got notes here, it was sold on July the 8th and delivered to the buyer on the 12th of July. The buyer sent me a message same day that it was delivered and said, hey, the cup arrived broken. And they sent me pictures of the broken cup and what was going on with it. And so I, of course, accepted the return. I issued the return label that I paid for to get it back to me. And the buyer was also kind enough to take pictures of the broken cup and the packaging and all the things that you need in order to file a claim with the post office. So I get the cup back. The cup is indeed broken. Here are the pieces that came off of it. And I don't know if you can see it there or not, but it broke right here around the edge or the lip of the lid. So more than likely what happened is somebody just dropped it perfectly and it just broke it. So the lid will still screw on there, but it's not, it's sharp and it's just not usable in this condition. And I certainly wouldn't expect anybody to keep it. So anyway, so here's where the stupidity starts. So the buyer ships me the cup back. I get the cup. I go on to the USPS website and file a claim. It's really easy to do. You just go to USPS.com and over in the search bar, you can just type file a claim and it'll take you right to the page with the instructions and everything so that you can just fill out all the information right there. You have to upload pictures of the broken item. In this case, I also had to upload the sales information, so like an invoice showing what the amount was that the customer paid. So I did all of that. And so I did that on the 16th of July. And then on the 19th of July, I got this letter, and the buyer also received one from the U.S. Postal Service. And what this letter says is, in response to the insurance claim for missing contents or damaged items referenced above, please present the items and mailing container, including the wrapping, packaging, and any other contents received along with this letter to a post office for inspection within 20 days. If this evidence of damage is not available for inspection, your claim may be denied. For more information about claims, visit the website, yada, yada, yada. Right? So I got that over a weekend. The buyer got the same letter over the weekend, sent me a picture of her letter because she was worried that they had sent it to the wrong person. So on the following Monday, so that would have been on July 26th, I took the cup, the box, everything to the post office. I had it wrapped in bubble wrap and tissue paper, just so you know. So it's not like I just tossed a cup in a box and hoped it made it. Went to the post office, talked to the postmaster, and here's where the stupidity begins. And I'm telling you right now, I am 100% certain that this man lied to me. He told me a bold-faced lie. So be it. All right. Went in there. I said, hey, filed this claim online. This cup was broken. Buyer got it. It was broken. They sent me pictures. I paid for a return label. They shipped it back to me. I filed the claim online. I uploaded pictures, the invoice, all of the stuff that was required. And then I got this letter saying I needed to bring it here. So here it is, box cup for you to inspect, just like the letter says. The postmaster says to me, oh, they just send those letters out just to kind of threaten people to to make people realize that they shouldn't try to file fraudulent claims online, and there's nothing to it, and we don't have to do anything with it. And I said, well, why would they bother to send me and the buyer a letter saying that they need to see that, or that I need to present the item to somebody here within 20 days if I don't actually have to do that? He responds with, okay, fine, I'll go ahead and take some pictures, and I'll just keep them here on my desktop so that when they reach out to me, I can just provide them with the pictures. And I said, so you don't need to go into the claim and say, hey, I've seen it, here it is, anything? He says, nope. And I said, okay, well, when I get home, I'm going to call the 800 number and just let them know that I brought it here to make sure that it is in the claim file somewhere, so that they don't just think that I disregarded their letter and that I don't want to continue on with the claim. I do want to continue on with the claim. So when I came home, I called the 800 number for the post office. I was on hold for about 30 minutes. I did have the option of having them call me back, but I just stayed on hold, hoping that it would be sooner, but it was not. I ended up speaking with a really, really nice lady. I explained to her the situation. I told her what the postmaster told me, and her reaction was, are you kidding me? And I said, no, ma'am. Either way, can you just tell me what form it is that they need to fill out or what needs to be done so that I can make sure everything is taken care of and get this claim processed? Because this was a $50 cup. This is what it sold for. And I do free shipping, or actually in this case, I think I charged $5 in shipping, but it was more than that. Either way. So she says, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I need to put you on hold. So she put me on hold. She talked to her supervisor. They figured out stuff. She comes back to me and she says, I'm going to send him an email right now. I'm going to attach the form that he needs to fill out to the email. I'm going to give him your name and your phone number so that he can contact you if he needs to. And that way he'll have all the information there so that he can go ahead and do his part of this claim and get it sent in and it'll be done. I said, perfect. So the next morning, so that would have been on the 27th of July, my phone rings at 8:15 in the morning, and lo and behold, it's the postmaster. He says, Amanda? And I said, yes. And he said, this is yada yada from the post office. And I said, okay, hello, good morning. I had just woken up. I hadn't been up long. And he says, am I supposed to do something with your claim? And I said, well, the lady I spoke to said that you're supposed to fill out a form 38 something or another and submit it in to the accounting department or the claims department with the post office so that they can know that I have shown you the item. Well, he says, well, as soon as they send it to me, I'll send it in. And I said, okie dokie. So I'm just sitting here thinking to myself when I'm on the phone with him, and I think had I been more awake, I probably would have been a little bit more of a smart A about it, but I wasn't. I was very cordial and polite. But I'm just thinking, how do you not have the form but have my phone number? Because I never gave you my phone number to contact me. I only gave it to the lady I spoke with from the post office at the 800 number. So pretty sure he lied to me right there. Number two, I worked for the post office years ago when it was way more archaic and less digital. And even back then, the Postal Service had a system that you could go into, and when you needed to find a specific form, you could search what the form was for or what the number of the form was and pull it up immediately through the USPS system on your good old desktop computer. Besides the point, I guess. Yeah. So anyway, he says, as soon as I get the form, I'll fill it out and send it in. I said, okay, great. So that brings us to today. And that was on the 27th. So this morning, or this afternoon really, I go on to the USPS website to check the status of the claim to see if it shows if they've received the form from him or anything. And it still says that the claim is under review. So I call the 800 number again. This time, still on the phone for almost an hour, but didn't have to wait so long this time. This time, I tell the lady the whole story of what's gone on so far, and she says, okay, hang on. So she goes and she pulls up my claim, and she says, nope, there's no 3831 on this. There's nothing that's been done to this. There's nothing that's been sent in. And I said, well, what am I supposed to do at this point? I have already contacted the postmaster. I have contacted you guys. Somebody from a call center somewhere or wherever they are has sent the proper form to the postmaster. He obviously has not filled it out and sent it back in like he's supposed to do. Do I need to go to the post office and raise hell? It's not really what I want to do. I go there every day. I like the clerks. The clerks are fantastic. This is the first true interaction I've had with the postmaster. I don't want to ruin that relationship, especially in a place where I'm every day. So she says, hang on, I'm going to call him and talk to him myself. I said, great. So she puts me on hold. She calls. I'm on hold for 10 minutes or so. She calls and talks to him, tells him the form that he needs to fill out again. Apparently, I guess she walked him through the form. And then she comes back to me and she says, okay, I've talked to him. I've talked him through filling out everything. And just next time you go, just ask him to give you a copy of the 3831 so that you'll have it for your records. And that way I can say, if I go back into the claim and there's still nothing there added to it, I can say, hey, here's the copy of the form that he gave me on X day. And it's got a date on it. I said, okay, great. I still had to go to the post office today anyway, because I had to drop off my sales from the weekend. So as soon as I hung up with her, I went to the post office. I get there and the postmaster says, he walks through and he waves and he says, oh, come over here to my office. So I go over to his office and he gives me this whole song and dance about, oh, well, I didn't know I had to fill out a form. This is all new to me. I just had no idea. I didn't know. And I said, but they just sent you the form last week. You told me they sent you information because you had my information. And he says, well, this is just all new to me. I just don't have to fill this. I've never had to fill this out. I don't know, maybe twice a year or whatever. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I don't think that's the case because when he called me back that first time at 8:15 in the morning, he specifically said the form number to me before I ever said it to him. All I said was a 38 something. And he said, oh, a 3831. Yes, that's exactly the form they said. So anyway, so today he says, all right, well, I got this. And then he says, and I have it right here. And he says, now what was the value of the cup? And I said, well, I put it in my original claim, but grand total is $48.95. Or actually I said, I don't know right off the top of my head, but it's in the claim. And then I remembered I could pull it up on my phone. So I came back with my phone and I said, here you go. Here's the exact sale. Showed it to him on my phone of the total amount. It was $48.95 or something like that total. So then he says, well, what's your name? And I told him my name again, even though he had it in an email. Yeah. Long story, longer or shorter, however you want to look at it. I've got my 3831 today. It's here. It's postmarked with today because he did have enough sense to put a round date on it. For me anyway, that's enough sense. It might end up hurting him in the long run. And all he put down here for article received was 1 cup. Not any description or anything like that, just 1 cup. So then at the end of our conversation today, he says, well, do you have the cup with you? And I said, no. When I brought it the first time, you took pictures and you sent it back home with me. And I said, do you need me to bring the cup back? And he said, well, yeah, I guess so. So I'm taking the cup back tomorrow. I don't know what he's going to do with the cup. Maybe he'll keep it for himself. Maybe he'll flip it on eBay without a lid. Who knows? I don't know. But here's what I want to make sure that I tell you guys is make sure if you need to file a claim and do it online and make sure that you have all of your information. So you want to have pictures of the broken item. You want to have your invoice or some type of order summary or something showing the total amount that was paid. You're going to want to make sure you keep records for yourself because of instances like this where you have people that either, number one, don't know what they're doing, or number two, just don't want to do it. So you have to kind of fight for your money, and it's all part of being a small business owner. But fill out the information, make sure you have all your documentation, attach it all to the claim right online, super, super, super easy, USPS.com, search file a claim, okay? So make sure you do that, and then be prepared to leave the item at the post office with the clerk or the postmaster or whoever it is that helps you with your claim there, and make sure that you get a 3831. That's what they have to fill out there, and they should give you a copy of it, and it should not be an issue for them to give you a copy of it. And have them round date it, just like this, like a postmark. Have them just round date it for you, so that way you have proof of when you got it, so that if it ever comes down to a situation like this, where it's all he said, she said thing, you have proof that you've done what you're supposed to do. So there you go. There's my tip for the day. I hope it helps you out. I hope that you don't have to deal with any employee at any place like that, because he honestly just played dumb the whole time, even though he kind of caught himself with it there as well, and calling out the form number and calling me, even though I never gave him my phone number. Okay, there you go. That's enough ranting for the day. Hopefully this video helped you out. Guys, make sure to like and subscribe, or like this video, subscribe to the channel. It'll really help us out a lot. We're really enjoying doing this, and I hope that we can continue to bring you videos that are either helpful to you, or that you just find interesting and you want to see the stuff we got, or where we go, or how much money we win or lose at a slot machine, because it happens. So have a great day, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, USPS.com, search, file a claim. Have a great night.